It is Kyle Hendricks on the mound, an ERA just south of 5, making his 20th start of the campaign.
And when he's pitching we always talk about pitching on the edges and the shadows of the plate. Fastball is not going to be overpowering. It's going to be 84 to 88, but his changeup, he has two types: a cut changeup and a fade changeup. There's an occasional curveball, especially he'll throw that to left-handed batters.
J.P. Crawford climbs in. Kyle Hendricks all set to go. That's fouled back to the glove. Darno holds on to it, and there is out number 1. Hendricks with an early strikeout. In steps Julio Rodriguez. This is lashed out to left field, and it hangs up enough for Taylor Ward to come in and make the catch.
And that was that cut changeup, back-to-back cut changeup. So it almost works as if it's a slider, but it's changeups type speed.
Last night, home run number 40 for Cal Raleigh. Gets underneath this one into shallow right field. Campero comes in and makes the catch, and Hendricks retires the sign in order. 14th start this year for Logan Gilbert. Mariners happy to have him off the injured list and back on the mound.
Tremendous fastball, too. He doesn't throw a lot of them. 93, 98, slider, split, unhittable, curveball.
That brings up Mike Trout batting second for the Angels.
Well, you get a great view of how difficult it is for any hitter, especially a right-handed batter, against Gilbert when he's able to throw his splitter. And when he lands in his delivery, he's right on top of you. Looks like a strike, and it drops right below the strike zone. Those numbers overall, out of this world.
Here's Shotwell, first baseman. Quick ground ball out to rookie Cole Young, and both starting pitchers in a nice groove to begin things. A 1-2-3 first from Logan Gilbert. 2 outs for Jorge Polanco. Popped him up.
Doing a great job of keeping them off balance so far.
8-pitch inning, a 1-2-3 frame again, keeping Neto busy here in the second. Taylor Ward leads things off. Gilbert slowed it down with the hook, and he locks him up. Ward strikes out. Second punch out for Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, his secondary pitches, just look at it, his numbers coming into this start here. Obviously he was on the IL, so he missed some time, but already at 100 punch outs on the season.
Leadoff man retired in front of Joe Adell. Another strikeout for Gilbert, and another curveball with the put-away pitch. Back-to-back punch-outs to open the second.
Well, he's got that working here today. Everyone's, you're going to be centered in on his split, but his curveball with some pretty good bite to it. There are a couple punch-outs already in this game, and a couple of those guys for the Halos that have struggled in the day.
Bottom third of the order for the Mariners here in the third. Dom Canzone leads things off. Swing and a miss on a pitch up.
An 86-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm telling you, Aaron, it's one of those things. You're going back to the dugout as a hitter, like, how did I miss that? But he set him up with a sinker in, an 85 changeup down and away, then a fastball up because he's looking all speed, and he got a fastball there by him.
Ground ball, Neto behind the bag from the grass. 9 up and 9 down. What a start for Kyle Hendricks today against Seattle. Luis Rengifo leads it off. 0-2. He put him away on 3 pitches. The splitter does Rengifo in. 4th strikeout already for Gilbert. Here's Kevin Newman, number 9 hitter for the Angels. Weak ground ball. Crawford charges in front of second. Took a little double clutch there and is able to get rid of it in time for out number 3. 9 pitch. Bottom of the third. Pitchers duel in the sun in Southern California. Mariners and the Angels a scoreless tie. J.P. Crawford leading things off in the 4th. And he gets a swing and a miss. The changeup gets another out for Hendricks. On the ground, over to Rengifo. Oh, what a performance Kyle Hendricks is turning in. He carves through Crawford, Julio, and Cal Raleigh. 12 up and 12 down. A rocket to left field, and Arozarena dives, and he shows proof. He makes the catch on a low sinking rocket off the bat of Zach Neto.
That's a gutsy play, too, for Arozarena, who was able to secure the first win of the series for Seattle out of left field. So if he doesn't make this play, it's a triple. Comes in there, you got to be aggressive, and he was, and he's able to make that play just before it hits the outfield grass, because that's getting by him. And it's going to be a long time before anyone gets there, especially where Julio Rodriguez was playing.
Changes speed, the splitter, and it freezes Trout. That's the 5th strikeout for Gilbert.
This is nasty. And when you look at a true splitter as far as spin, there's not a lot on there. You can almost read the seams, almost like a knuckleball.
Line drive up the middle past Crawford and the game's first base runner.
That's why we mentioned about the young core for the Angels, and that's it right there with no one showing it well. And he hits the ball so hard, hits the ball back up the middle.
Gilbert's 3-2. And he overcooks that one, 97 down and away. And after being perfect through 3 2/3, a single followed by a walk, and the Angels have a runner in scoring position for the first time. Well, here are the day-night splits for Joe Adell. On the OPS, there is over a 200-point difference. Now, far more night games and day games, of course, but he's a 158 hitter with a strikeout rate over a third of the time in day games. Swing and a miss. Gilbert, some emotion as he strands a pair and strikes out his 6th Angel through 4 scoreless. Josh Naylor leads it off. Newest Mariner into center field, and it drops in for a base hit. First Mariners hit on the afternoon against Hendricks. Their first base runner, in fact. Runners on the corners now, 2 outs. Adele giving a little bit of ground in center field, has a beat on it. Ballpark holds it. Mariners threaten but cannot cash in. They leave him on the corner. Scoreless going to the bottom of the 5th. Darno's really put together a nice career. Very good pitch, and he does not get the call.
That was a perfect pitch.
3-2. Another close pitch, and it's ruled ball 4. Second walk to the last 3 batters for Gilbert, even though he struck him out a couple of times, it looked like. And the bases are loaded. A couple of walks and a hit batter, and the Angels suddenly in business against Logan Gilbert. Number 9 man Kevin Newman. Ground ball, chopping slowly. Crawford slings Young out of first. The first run of the ball game scores. Darno scores from third base, and the Angels lead it 1-0.
So that walk to Darno ends up coming around to score. That's the frustrating thing as a pitcher when you make 2 great pitches and they're called out of the strike zone.
Pascal Raleigh, Rengifo trots home. 2-0 Angels.
We talk about a couple odd runs for the Angels here. Nothing has been hit really hard. They had that one ground ball, soft ground ball in the infield. Other than that, it's been wild pitches. Trout this 1 RBI away from 1,000 in his career.
To center field. Rodriguez watching, and this is way back there. Wow. Halfway up the batter's eye in center field. Mike Trout joins the 1,000 RBI club in style. A 2-run bomb to center. 4-0 Angels.
That was 111 miles per hour exit velocity, Aaron. That ball is crushed. That's 443. Trout, 1,001 RBIs. That baseball up that batter's eye reminds you of somebody hit one in the All-Star game here in '89. Bo Jackson territory.
Crawford a charge to center field. Adele reaches up. Joe Adele winds up with the ball. Robbery from Joe Adele in center field.
This ballpark is great for robbing a home run. As the Angels in the outfield must have blew that ball back just enough for Joe Adele to catch it.
Here's Cal Raleigh leading things off for the Mariners. Hendricks still out there for now. Fly ball launched center field. Cal Raleigh leans into it, and it's gone. It disappears in center field. His 41st home run this year, tied for the most ever by a switch-hitting catcher in any single season.
Aaron, he is unreal. Unreal.
Jansen 1 out away from his 465th career save. 96 upstairs. Jansen locks down the save, and the Angels split the series. 4-1 winners today against the Mariners.
Yeah, when you look at the pitching matchup to start with Logan Gilbert going on the mound for Seattle against Kyle Hendricks for the Angels, and you felt, if you're Seattle, you feel good about a chance to win a series, but Kyle Hendricks was really, really good today. Joe Adele made a great play, robbing a would-be home run. Mike Trout with a 2-run home run now is a 1,001 career RBIs.